Hey, welcome into the After Party, the weekly coaches show following Friday night tailgate party. This week we have Scott Rich from Nederland in the hot seat. Thanks so much for coming in.
The hot seat, thank you. Thank you, we're glad to be here.
So we got a big rivalry week here in Southeast Texas, and one of the most infamous, not just here, but across the state, is MidCounty Madness.
Yes.
Now, I know this is your first MidCounty Madness. Has anyone kind of given you a little pep talk of like what to expect going into this matchup?
I think from the moment they named me as the head football coach, I got the first question I was asked was about MidCounty. So I've known about this for a while, being on the staff that I was at before, knowing Coach Joseph over there. I've kind of known what's been going on in between them and Nederland. So it's been, I think we're excited about it. We're happy.
Yeah, I know we were talking off camera, it's important to keep your guys' uniform and keep the routine the same week to week. How do you keep the emotions in check when you have a big rivalry game like this?
Well, I think it starts from the moment we walked in the doors as far as the preparation, what we've tried to do on a daily basis in the springtime and the summer. And as we started this fall, I mean, if we treat every game the same, I know it's different. I know we're excited, and the reality is we have, a big rivalry, and I get that. But if we can, as best we can, as a coaching staff, treat every game as a big game and every game the way we prepare for it, hopefully we get to a point where it's all uniform and they don't get so excited and out of whack that they're unable to perform. So you have to keep it uniform.
Yeah. And since you've kind of taken the reins at Nederland, I've really seen that team blossom. What's been kind of the strengths of this team?
Well, I think, one thing, I've said this before, our kids have had a lot of experience. There's a lot of seniors that are playing right now that have played a lot of football. I mean, yes, they had to play at a young age, and they had to take their lumps a little bit, but that's one big thing. They've had a lot of experience. The speed of the game has slowed down for them. The buy-in by the kids from day one, they were excited from the moment we've been on campus. The buy-in by the coaching staff, just welcoming me here as part of the family, I guess you want to say. That's been a big thing in the community. That's what, the community is kind of the energy that they've brought, the fans, the school atmosphere. It's changed. So that's been the biggest impact on our kids.
Yeah. As I understand it, your previous role was that of a quarterback coach over at Katy. What's been kind of the key to keep Aiden Sunday consistent week to week?
Well, number one, Aiden Sunday is a student of the game. He's a very, very good athlete. He plays multiple sports, right? So he's got a competitive spirit about him no matter what he does. So that's the first thing that I didn't have to come out there and try to figure out and get the kid motivated. He wants to win at everything he does. It doesn't matter if it's picking up a baton and getting on the 4x100 team and running, but getting the kid motivated is not a problem. His successes has been that the reality is he doesn't have to take over the game. He just has to let the game come to him. And that's something that early on, he hasn't been in the system very long, and the first couple of weeks was a little struggle, still trying to fill things up. And now the game has really slowed down for him, and he's making a lot of good decisions right now.
Yeah. And you were a quarterback coach for Gary Joseph over in Katy, obviously the father of P&G's head coach, Jeff Joseph.
Yes.
What kinds of things did you learn from working under Joseph Sr.?
Well, let me just say this. I've been blessed to have many mentors in my life and I'm here for that reason. I've said this before, that I'm here strictly because men in my life that I've worked under have instilled in me some things, class and character is one of them, discipline. Those things have always been at the forefront of in my coaching career with these other coaches. Coach Joseph, obviously is arguably one of the greatest ones of all time, and I'll be the first to say that. Every day on that staff, we were pushed every day to coach at a high level, to push our kids to play at a high level. And that's probably the biggest, that and organization of the day-to-day. Those things that I've learned from him, that's kind of trickled over to what we do, and it's given us some success.
Being you have a close relationship with the family, do you think that will intensify the rivalry between these two high schools moving forward?
Well, I think Jeff and I have a good relationship. Matt McDaniel, his defensive coordinator, he and I coached together for 5 years. We're friends, and we've had dinner together since I've been down here a number of times, and we can go out and still be friends, but on a night like that night when we play each other, we're going to try to beat each other, and that's okay. And it's one night, we fight, we go out, and we play hard and coach hard and try to win the game, and then after that, we're 364 days a year, we're really close friends.
I think that's the best way that you kind of can look at it. Two big offensive lines, obviously, going into this matchup. You two are not just in the hunt for the Bum Phillips Trophy at the end of the night. You guys are both in search of that district title. Talk to me a little bit about what the Bulldogs need to do to limit the PNG Indians. Well,
I'm not sure we can limit them. We're gonna go out and play every play as hard as we possibly can. We're gonna line up and play fast. That's what we preach to our kids. And every play, one play at a time, you go out and try to win that play. And if you don't win that play, you reset and you do it again. That ultimately, when you're playing a good football team that's had a lot of success and is a very highly ranked football team, that's the only way that you can approach it. Because if you go out there trying to throw haymakers from the get-go and they don't work, then all of a sudden your game plan is not where you thought it was. So taking it play by play is ultimately, to me, the best way to do it.
Yeah. What's been kind of the key to kind of have the Bulldogs learn week to week? What kinds of things have they kind of seen from week one to where you guys are now? What's kind of the change to put you guys in the position to give the Indians a good show?
Well, success breeds success, and let's be honest. We had to fight and claw versus West Orange start. We had to find a way to get back on top and win that game late in the game, and then we turn around the next week and we don't play as well as we felt like we could have versus Silsbee. But it's going back and a mentor of mine one time said, win, lose, or draw, we have to be the same coaching staff. We have to go out and prepare each week, no matter who we're playing, as if it's a playoff game. Respect everybody, don't fear anybody, but prepare yourself each week the same way. And when you consistently do that, the kids, they don't see a difference in your demeanor. They don't see a difference in the coaching staff. They see we're just going to go out and prepare the way we're supposed to prepare, and this is what we do. Monday we do this, Tuesday we do this, Wednesday we do this, and it just starts to gain momentum.
To start, winning the game early on in the week is what you're saying.
Sure. Yeah, we don't win the game on Friday nights. You do. You have to make plays, and you still have to block and tackle and, take care of the football, and you have to be great on special teams. But ultimately, you have to prepare each week, every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, as you're going to play the game. If you're not preparing yourself at a high level, then how do you expect on Friday night just to turn it on? We can't do that. We're not able to do that. We're 17, 18-year-old kids that they're not able to do that. So you have to prepare them well.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you.
We will certainly be tuning in, of course. You can catch all of your Texas high school football action in Southeast Texas right here on Friday Night Tailgate Party after the late night news at 10:35.